3rd down and 6 for Green Bay. Clifford throws, intercepted. That's a pick six. Tyson Anderson. He needs a big preseason. That'll open a lot of eyes. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Player out of Toledo. The Toledo Rocket. Clifford throws it, and Tyson Anderson making a nice play on the football, and he's gone. 6 points.
He's a rocket, all right.
Yep. He took off after he got it. Wow.
Big hit laid by Dominique Davis. And Clifford, who had been nearly perfect, picked off by Tyson Anderson.
You know, many of the penalties tonight have stopped some potential drives. Thompson here, high pass, that's tipped and intercepted. And going the other way is Borders. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, this one went downhill really fast.
Off the hands of Coleman.
Yeah. You get 2 receivers in the same spot.
Not a good sight when a 6'8", 320 guy is coming running at you as that pass is deflected and picked off down the sideline for a pick six. Darius Rush with the interception return for a touchdown.
This was on Kyle Allen. He throws this, and there it is right there. Just it couldn't have been worse for where it happened. It's a little bit like the Bills' interception of the first series.
But he'd love to be a backup, if not the Ravens, somewhere in the league. Brown throws decisively, but it's picked off on the far sideline, and it's going in for 6. Dangerous picks that could tie this game up at 20. A 31-yard return for a touchdown, and the Eagles will go for 2 to try to regain the lead. So we were just talking about the importance of not making mistakes at quarterback.
He seems to process a little faster.
Yeah,
is that true?
I think so. I mean, he's best once the ball is actually snapped.
Oh,
Great job, Jake Hummel. That's a hook player. Taking it to the crib, baby.
It's a new year, baby.
How about that hook drop? My man Hummel, captain tonight. Oh, man, is that exciting.
You're just jealous you're not in the party.
You know what? I feel so left out. It's just normal circumstances for me. That is a great play. Ended up sending the blitz right there. Oh, that's outstanding. Great call by Chris Shula. How about that, baby?
And now here he is in his 2nd year with the Rams. We take over on the 32. Bennett floats one. Picked off. Down the sideline. It's Isaiah Polamau with a touchdown. And a flag on the goal line.
Not a flag. I think he thinks he's got this guy running right here on a corner, and unfortunately he lets it go, and that is not what Tyler Johnson had planned. So it has to be either miscommunication there.
I think he's a Detroit Lion this year.
I think you're right. They've had some injuries in their secondary, so it could be a door open simply because of the circumstances.
And he picks it off. Gilmore with the interception, and he scores. Oh, yeah, he's not leaving Detroit. Stephen Gilmore with a pick six.
Last few plays, he sees it, comes up. Maybe got there a little earlier than he should have, but
I mean, some guys just have that knack. They just know how to make plays. They know how to break when it might be PI, but no call.
Michelle wants to throw on 3rd and short. And that is picked off. Juan Thornhill, the former Chief, takes it for 6. Touchdown, Browns.
Tries getting after the play fake and rolling out. Tries getting to the backside receiver, and as you mentioned, Thornhill knows that. He knows where those guys are coming from. He's been around this program, and as soon as Buechel's eyes look as he turns back to the middle of the field, Thornhill jumps all over it.
Browns will only rush 3. Gabbert will throw, and that is picked off. And the Browns will take it for the touchdown. Cameron Mitchell. Caleb Biggers was there for the interception and the touchdown.
As you said, only rushing 3, throwing it out to the flat, a little bit behind Bushman as it hits him on the back hip.
And DeVito out of the shotgun. DeVito with a nice ball fake, and that pass intercepted. And a chance to take it home is Brandon Eccles for the diving pick 6.
Bob, and I'll tell you, when they sit in their meeting room, that Jet meeting room, they're going to credit the right side of their defense for being disciplined. The right side of the defense here, not fooled.
And the pass was intended for Sills, and Eccles, who had 2 interceptions in the 2021 season for the Jets, started 14 games that year.
So this is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross. It is intercepted off the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
Brian Branch, they have been excited since the day they drafted him, right through the hands of Tony. An absolutely perfect throw that'll go down as an interception for Patrick Mahomes.
Played well on defense today. They'll bring 4 on this 3rd down. Howell under pressure, that ball's out, and it could be a score, and it is! Touchdown from the Arizona defense. Cam Thomas comes up with the scoop after Gardeck knocked it away from Howell.
When it comes to this kind of stuff, there he is on the edge. Now watch him, set him up high, bam, spin back inside, and then pursuit, creating the turnover, and Thomas right there, Johnny on the spot to scoop it up for the score.
Dennis Gardeck had played just 209 snaps on defense last year.
First down and 20. Oh! Lawrence hit as he got rid of the football.
This is still a live ball. The refs have not signaled anything.
And it is taken all the way back into the end zone by DeForest Buckner. There was no whistle. Lawrence was down.
There was no whistle. DeForest Buckner is the one that had the strip sack fumble. Then everyone kind of stood around. Everyone had a chance to get the ball. No one did. So DeForest says, all right, thank you. I'll take that and score. Here it is again. I'm telling you, the smartest play by Zaire Franklin all game is this right here. He's a tackling machine, and instead of tackling, just goes and gets the ball. Now, does Buckner get in? Still inbound. Oh, I think that's a touchdown, Kenny. He looked pretty athletic there, right?
Sure did.
Yeah, he looked like a tight end there stretching for the goal line.
Here's the 3rd and 4 for the Patriots.
A lot of empty formation, trying to tire out the D-line.
Pass. Intercepted. Deflected and picked off. And running with it is Slay. And he breaks the tackle and gallops to the end zone for the pick 6.
Bringing back Slay. Bradbury reloaded this roster. He rushed it. He has time in the pocket, and the ball just barely comes out of his hand.
Off the fingertips of Bourne. It was not a good throw. Way wide of the mark. Bourne was open. Did he step out? I don't believe he did. Look at Darius Slay. Take it to the house.
3rd and long. 4-man rush. Fields stands in, delivers, intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Looking for blocks. Walker still on his feet. Walker still going, looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
Wow. There's been a couple of those scores so far today in week 1 that I think all the offseason projections and speculation, and I think there's a lot of games that haven't gone maybe according to how everyone predicted.
3rd and long. 4-man rush. Fields stands in, delivers, intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Looking for blocks. Walker still on his feet. Walker still going, looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
And this is just one of those plays on third down. Justin Fields knows how important this conversion is, and he's just staring down his target in the middle.
Crushed rubber that they lay at the bottom of these field turf surfaces. Graham Gano, the veteran, 36 years old. Great breakthrough by Thomas, who blocked it. And Igbenogany has it for Dallas. Noah Igbenogany stays in bounds, and the Cowboys special teams gets the first score of the year. Touchdown, Dallas.
Always the fear, the jump in between. Wanye Thomas right through the pack, and that was an easy block. And can you believe it? After it started so picture perfectly.
3rd and 19. Jones gets it out. Barkley got hit, fumbled right in the air, and it flies into the hands for a touchdown of DeRon Bland.
Passing game. Here they do. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys have so many big play guys on defense. Trayvon Diggs with the huge hit. And then the guy unexpectedly was a star a season ago, DeRon Bland, ended up with 5 interceptions, picks it out of midair.
Next man up.
Pressure coming again. Goff hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. There is Trey Brown, open to the end zone, and he's going to score. Let's see what happened here as Brown took it back to the house for 40 yards.
We've seen them run this little choice route out of the backfield, which Jahmyr Gibbs a lot, and in this case, they zone it off. And if he's wide open, if he just puts that ball on his front shoulder pad, he's wide open. I think the pressure off his right side just was enough to disrupt him. And we mentioned the tackles moving around. Penei Sewell going to left tackle. Matt Nelson now moving to the right tackle spot with Taylor Decker.
Out of his own end zone, intercepted by Shaq Barrett, fighting at the goal line for a pick six that just might seal the deal for Tampa.
Stunt that's going to go inside, right? So you're going to start to head inside, and you're going to get blocked. And watch him, he just kind of drifts back. He's going to get picked up, recognizes the lineman leaving downfield, and a very athletic play by Shaquille Barrett right there.
Shaquille Barrett, a guy who was undrafted, hardly played in a few years in Denver, comes here to Tampa Bay, and Todd Bowles says he can remember how hungry he was when he first arrived, and he said, you've got a chance because of that hunger. 5 years later, he's turned into one of the top NFL defenders out there, and you know, beat the odds to turn into that, beat the odds to even be on the field to start this year, because remember, Shaq Barrett tore his Achilles last October, somehow got
And intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
Jordan Akins to the outside. Harrison Bryant on the inside. Harrison Bryant throttles down. He's expecting the ball to be put on him, whereas Deshaun Watson is anticipating that he's going to stay on the move. That's why the ball's out away from him, and you've got the deflected ball and then the interception.
Bryant into the body of Fitzpatrick, and then waiting there was Alex Highsmith, who ends up with the touchdown. And if you're a Steelers defense trying to erase a brutal start last Sunday at home against the 49ers, that's about as good as you can start. Neal showing blitz. Here he comes. Pressure ball out. Picked up. What? Touchdown Steelers.
There's Alex Highsmith, and Jedrick Ellis with the speed rush. He gets on him in a hurry. And then with the scoop and run it in by T.J. Watt. They've needed every bit of this defense to make these kinds of plays, and they have delivered.
6 so far. Bills fans on their feet, making noise on this third down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go.
Cooking here. Thing that would help is a third down conversion. Bills been 1 and 6 so far.
Bills fans on their feet, making noise on this third down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go! interception for A.J. Epinesa, and it's a pick 6 for the big guy.
This is a day to forget.
The shot play's coming.
Robinson motions across. Ritter's looking back to the right side and throws an interception. He threw it right into the hands of Darius Williams, who's going to take it all the way to the end zone. A crushing pick 6 just when the Falcons had the offense going. Some first downs. Ritter throws it right to Darius Williams, who takes it 61 yards to the house. 17-0 Jags.
Hawkinson to the wide side of the field. Cousins throws, picked off, and it could be trouble up the far sideline. Sam Franklin from the 1-yard line. Cousins trying to track him down. He'll cut it back, get a block, and he'll go 99 yards for the score.
And this is just an ill-advised decision. You're going to see KJ Osborne run to the outside. Sam Franklin, number 42, is right there the entire way, reading the eyes of Kirk Cousins. One of the many mistakes that unfortunately Minnesota has had this year that's led them to this 0-3 record.
Second and goal. Robinson. Left side, got bumped back, lowered the shoulder, lost the ball. Who's got it? And did he break the plane to begin with? McLaurin's back on top of it, and a touchdown is signaled. They get together to sort this out.
Yeah, I think it might come out before he breaks the plane, Joe.
Fumbled into the end zone, recovered by Washington. The result is a touchdown.
Yeah, that's definitely out before he breaks the plane. Great job by the Eagle defenders coming in, attacking that football. But there's Terry McLaurin, 17. Look at all those big bodies. And it's 17, the wide receiver, that beats the big boys to the football.
For the Washington touchdown. And oh man, McLaurin scoots under it. And the Commanders are back in front.
James Bradbury, just a great job ripping at that football. Giving his defense an opportunity to create a huge play here, but
Play clock dwindling down. He'll get it off. Young being tracked down. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Wanham. DJ Wanham rumbling inside the 20. He'll go all the way to the house.
We talked about wanting to try to threaten downfield. Here's the hard part. You got all this pressure coming off the edge. Harrison Smith unblocked. Bryce Young feels him, tries to make a sudden move. But that's the difference. At Alabama, he probably gets out of that. In the NFL, those guys are not coming to hit you. They're coming to take the ball away.
Green 19.
1st and 10. Play fake. Pressure's coming. Fields lost the football. Cooper scoops it up. Off to the races. And he will score. Benito knocked the ball out. And Cooper, Fields' former Ohio State teammate, takes it back.
He's turning his back to the line of scrimmage, and we talked about that at the start. They've done such a great job of keeping his eyes in front of him all day. Turns the back to the line of scrimmage there and just does not feel Cooper coming off the edge. He's been nearly perfect all day, but that one hurts.
I understand the play call from Luke Getsy. I understand it. I get it. You're trying to.
They're looking to put a lot better product on the field here today at home.
Jones, pressure coming. He's in trouble. Fowler coming. Ball is loose. Van Der Esch picks it up. Touchdown, Dallas.
Lines up at left defensive end, and he just runs the big hoop. Initially, he doesn't get there, and he just stays after it. Mac Jones never feels him from behind, and strip, sack, Van Der Esch touchdown. Bill Belichick's staple in these middle 4 minutes around halftime.
2nd down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find it. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. Deron Bland, pick six. The Patriots do get the ball after the half, so there's a chance here for them to score and get it right back.
Yeah, and if they want to cut into this lead, they're going to have to take advantage, doubling up these possessions. That's kind of a Bill Belichick staple in these middle 4 minutes around halftime.
Second down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find it. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. Deron Bland, pick six.
KB, think back to a few plays ago. It worked out. We said you don't typically teach quarterbacks to throw the ball back across the field. You know why? Because of that. That's usually what happens. He got away with it a few plays.
This was picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle? How about 6 points? 6'6". He's a pretty tough matchup. Let him go up and make a play on it.
You don't have that man, Saquon Barkley. He targeted Waller once.
This was picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle? How about 6 points? Touchdown Witherspoon, no flags.
3rd and 6. And they need the 30-yard line. Jones up, hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6. It's a pick six. 26-yard return, but inside Carl Granderson made it a messy pocket.
For the years, and he's just been so consistent.
All right, 3rd and 6. And they need the 30-yard line. Jones up, hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6. It's a pick six. 26-yard return, but inside Carl Granderson made it a messy pocket, whacked the quarterback, and the ricochet goes right to the veteran Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, and this goes back to Mac Jones a week ago saying, sometimes I try.
And now he's lined up on Tyreek Hill. Did a pretty good job against DK Metcalf. I know he gave up 1 touchdown.
On 3rd and goal to the end zone, picked off. Oh, the deflection. Giants with their second takeaway. It's Pinnock. Jason Pinnock, 102 yards for the Giants' first touchdown in the first half. This season, it comes from their defense. Instead, the Giants capitalize the deflection by Okereke, and then Jason Pinnock takes it all the way back.
We talk about speed. That's 102 yards. And he had some fast guys coming after him, right? Tyreek Hill is coming after him. He had some blazing speed. Jalen Waddle, he gets hit. I love the captain, Okereke, staying with the play, and Pinnock.
Kenny people are too good for that. Dean's too good for that. He's undefeated.
Second down, a throw.
Oh, intercepted! Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt, and Cam Taylor-Britt takes it to the house. Dobbs' first interception as a Cardinal is a pick six.
This is who gets him. It's Hubbard popping out. He's the one who screws up that read, and he misses the throw to Pascal.
Broncos need about 20 yards to make it a 60-yard attempt. Wilson lost the football! Rolling towards the sideline, picked up by the Jets. It's Hall, and he goes. For now, it is a touchdown on the field. It is a touchdown. This is a great job.
Here it is, untouched. It knocks the ball away. It's amazing.
What a play by Quincy.
But what's the scoop and score by Bryce Hall?
In the biggest situations, you need your best players to make plays. Jeff Ulbrich said there's not a linebacker in the league playing better than Quincy Williams right now. And he steps up when it's all on the line, comes up, forces the fumble. And how about Bryce Hall?
Great story.
Great story.
Unbelievable
The
story.
week that he's had and all of the talk.
Pressure coming here, and the ball is out. It's still free, and the Vikings pick it up. Down the sideline goes Jordan Hicks, and Hicks is in for the scoop and score for the Minnesota Vikings.
That Harrison Phillips isn't supposed to be accounted for. Watch Evans. His eyes are going to come back here. He tries to get back to Phillips late, but he's not able to do it. Josh Metellus takes a shot at it, can't pick it up. And then Jordan Hicks does a nice job tight-roping along the sideline. But all of those little things added up. A protection issue, a young player activated for the first time this week, doesn't take care of.
In that Denver game, when they came in late in that game.
White here. Chosen is in. That's picked off. And this may be a Troy Hill pick six, and it is. Hill takes it to the house. 61-yard return. A pick six thrown by Mike White.
Well, it's a double slant to the right with a flat route, and slants and takes the flat. You see his eyes look to the inside, saw the inside coverage there, gets to the flat late, and leaves it inside, making it an easy pick six.
Now it's 35-20.
Carr, 3rd and 10, steps up, fires, batted, picked. Oluokun comes up with the interception off the deflection, and Oluokun will take the ball close to the goal line. Carr, 3rd and 10, steps up, fires, batted, picked. Oluokun comes up with the interception off the deflection, and Oluokun will take the ball close to the goal line. They are celebrating as if he is in there, and the official says he is. For the moment, touchdown. Another batted ball.
Yep. Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland. It's still loose. No signal yet. Touchdown. Tony Fields.
They got a tight end and then a tackle, and it doesn't even matter. Chip, bump, whatever, that's not going to happen. And Freeland's got to do a much better job of it looked as if Freeland didn't even account for Garrett, just kind of stuck his right hand in there.
Myles Garrett, devastation here in Indianapolis. 4 tackles, 2 strip sacks, and a blocked field goal for good measure.
Can't wait too much longer. Those quick outs to the sidelines won't suffice.
Hoyer's long pass of the day is 15 yards, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Johnson untouched for the touchdown. Won a game at home.
Well, Jalen Johnson never got out of his back pedal. He was just shadowing Devontae Adams. Wasn't scared of him running by. We talked about those.
We'll get back to that play momentarily. First, Hurts taking and throwing back. Deflected, intercepted into the hands of Jerome Baker for a touchdown. Off the deflection.
They bring pressure. They bring that slot blitz. He's used to doing it. He times it perfectly and understands that he's just got to get his hands up, and who would have thunk it? The defense of the Miami Dolphins is leading the comeback now.
Cowboys bring pressure. Stafford sees it, fires one, intercepted. It's another pick six. Deron Bland has his 3rd of the year.
have been pretty remarkable. Just a little option route by Cooper Kupp. I'm not sure if there's confusion or if he just throws that ball, but he's not under pressure. He throws that ball about 5 yards inside of Cooper Kupp, and that's about as easy.
Goff started to his left, and he's picked. Intercepted by Marcus Peters. Able to stay in bounds. He's gone. I see no flags. Touchdown Raiders. Zinn, 2nd down and 6. Goff started to his left, and he's picked. Intercepted by Marcus Peters. Able to stay in bounds. He's gone. I see no flags. Touchdown Raiders. $74 yards on the return, and the Raiders are back in the ballgame.
Tua out to Hill, and that goes nowhere. Ball's loose. It is loose and picked up and lateraled. Brian Cook. Touchdown. Kansas City.
What a play is right. Trent McDuffie making the tackle, is able to strip that thing out of there. That was unbelievable. Mike Edwards does a great job. He can't get any more yardage. Here, Brian Cook, you take it and get the ball, and it's your turn to run it down the sideline. What a turn of events right there.
Well, there's a huddle of zebras inside the 5. What are they discussing?
Covered by the defense, which did result in a touchdown.
So they're saying it's what the ruling on the field is. Maybe they're talking if Tyreek didn't have it long enough.
Doesn't it look right when he makes the catch? That ball starts to come out. I mean, but it looks like he's got possession there.
Gene Steratore, we'll get to him in a second because it has been.
That's Thielen on the move. It's a 1st and 10 and Young. Underneath, it's picked off. And here comes the veteran Kenny Moore. Chased by Young. That is a pick 6. $49-yard touchdown on the interception by Kenny Moore. 4 of them are here, and they just saw their brother, the youngest, pull off a pick 6.
Watch the vision out to the left. Here's Kenny Moore, the second right here. Young wants to throw to the ball to the left. As the pressure comes, he throws it late to the flat. You can't throw it late to the flat. A blind throw, you don't get any zip on it when they play back and they play in zone, and they try and keep you from having the big plays.
2nd and 8, fake to Sanders. They come through. It's intercepted again. And again, it's picked off by Moore. A foot race. It'll be his 2nd pick 6. His 2nd pick 6 today. 64-yard return.
Well, off the play fake and trying to hit the screen there to Sanders, and he just sails it too high. Once it goes over Sanders, Kenny Moore, the second, is right in position. And then it's a foot race, and second touchdown of the day.
We may not even see a pick 6 one time all season. We've seen 2.
3 wide receivers set on 2nd down. Pass deflected, picked off, and taken in for a touchdown by Kyle Hamilton. Right here, isn't it? Browns with touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. Deflected, picked off, and taken back by Newsome. Newsome stayed in bounds. Touchdown. Wow.
Number 54, Obo Okoronkwo, is the one that's going to get his big paws up and bat this ball. Nice job of him getting up there. He couldn't get to Lamar, so he jumps up, creates that big batted ball, and Newsome.
Here's Bryce Young. He's got time here, and he throws, and it's intercepted. It's Deron Bland again. Bland looking for another pick six, and he's got it. It's his 4th of the year.
It makes you speechless. I mean, this is a ridiculous play. I mean, he's on the top side of the receiver, not only to undercut it and make the catch, but then to regain his footing and take it the other way. Listen, KB, some guys just have a knack for getting the ball. They have a knack for... Trayvon Diggs was that guy here in Dallas for a long...
From the Giants' 48. Howell under pressure, and then he will throw. Picked off. Isaiah Simmons with the interception down the sideline. Simmons into the end zone. Touchdown Giants on their 6th takeaway of this game. He returns it 54 yards.
Trying to throw the ball away. They had Brian Robinson helping Charles Leno. Dexter Lawrence gets in there as well. Kayvon Thibodeau, and you can see, look at him. He's like, all right, I'm just throwing this away. Right, I got to save time. There's nothing there, just throw it away. And he didn't realize he threw a duck. When you throw a duck out there against an athlete like Isaiah Simmons, the bad things happen. Oh.
He's at or near the top of their list.
Blitz coming. Goff can't find anyone. Steps away. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Packers brought the heat that time, and maybe not. Ball's going to be returned just in case by Jonathan Owens. Ruling on the field, it's a fumble, and it's a touchdown.
Recovered by the defense.
That's what you do. Instead of an incomplete, it's a fumble. Jonathan Owens, alert, picks it up, says, I'm going to run this in from 27 yards out to make it a defensive score for Green Bay. And they've got a 20-6 lead.
2nd and 10.
There it is! This is history! If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record! Bland, for the 5th time, has a pick six! It's never happened in the history of the NFL!
And what a call by you! You got me with goosebumps, Nance. That was unbelievable.
Now
Tracy, were you down there? I can't help but think he looked over at you to say, I told you.
Yeah, it gave me a little wink.
2nd and 10.
There it is! This is history! If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record! Bland, for the 5th time, has a pick six! It's never happened in the history of the NFL!
And what a call by you! You got me with goosebumps, Nance. That was unbelievable. History was made here on Thanksgiving. Not good history for Howell. You feel bad for the quarterbacks always, but wow, he has great instincts. His decision making of when to just.
Seahawks need a big defensive play now.
Purdy, pocket constrained. It's a deflection. It's an interception. It's a big play. It's a Jordan Brooks touchdown.
That'll do. Jordan Brooks, who is one of those guys that unbelievably came back from injury so quickly. Ball is tipped several times on that one, and in he goes. So the offense can't get it done, and the defense gets the Hawks back in the game.
Jaron Reed got the tip.
That Hill, bottom of the screen, wide right. Tua looks, throws, picked off at the 27-yard line. Eccles, touchdown.
And he's in for Michael Carter. He's right here. He's just kind of reading the eyes of Tua. I'm not sure, as accurate as Tua is. He went from the slant where he thought he would throw, and without even looking, he thought it was a good check down and a safe throw to get the ball out to the outside to Berrios. But give Eccles credit. Doesn't sink inside. Has a job to see it, but just kind of get out in the flat plan zone, reads the eyes, and then steps in front of it, walks to the end zone. See, Tua's slant comes off of it, out to the flat without even taking a look at Eccles, and Eccles makes him pay for it.
And we'll see what Boyle, how far he can throw it, if indeed he throws it, or they try a lateral or whatever here. Meanwhile, he just tries to get away from everybody, throws it into the end zone, into a lot of traffic, and there's a pick on the other side. And coming back from the end zone is Holland. And Holland is out to midfield. And Holland is inside the 40. And Holland is inside the 20. Can you believe this? That is insanity.
It embodies an entire season. This is it for the New York Jets. A Hail Mary by your own quarterback. And what I want you to see, Holland's one of the best free safeties in the National Football League. Right away, he's thinking about, I got a shot. I mean, the entire way, he built up more and more speed. He left all the skill behind him. All the receivers are way behind him. Now you got linemen and one skill guy in Breece Hall who gets blocked. And now you're asking Boyle to try to make a play right here, and he's got...
Falcons coming after Carr. Picked up. Picked off! Jesse Bates! He's got a shot! Bates to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. No question. Pick six. No flags.
All the way back here in the end zone, and just watch him read Derek Carr's eyes. The play's developing in front. I mean, he is gone like a shot. You've got a lot of crossing routes in the middle of the field, and you wonder if Derek Carr just lost Jesse Bates in all that traffic. But you saw that. As soon as that football was snapped, he was on a beeline. He had read that. He was jumping that route. That's great preparation during the course of the week to know what New Orleans likes in the red zone.
92 yards later, Bates is in the end zone. Sixth-year man out of Wake Forest. Had 5 excellent seasons in Cincinnati and then signed a 4-year deal with these Falcons. There's rookie is lined up wide. The rookie out of Kentucky, their third running back. Oh, he threw it right to Van Ginkel. Goodbye. Another defensive touchdown for the Dolphins. Back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, coming off the edge right here, and watch him feel the set. It's not real. I could feel what you're doing right there, so I quit my pass rush and just jumped into coverage right there by Van Ginkel. Watch him just come off of that. He could feel Wiley going to release down the football field to go get a block, and he says, hey, man, I'm not going to pass rush anymore. I've got that sense. I've studied the film. Bam!
Stonehouse punting for the 5th time today. And that one's blocked! The Colts got it! Scooped up by Stewart! Touchdown! The Colts with a special teams score!
In this replay, he's number 20 here. He just cuts right underneath the edge blocker. That's as easy as a block as you'll get. He almost took it off his foot. Stewart scoops and scores. You can barely see his name, but we're telling you because of his hair. But special teams coming up huge for the Indianapolis Colts today.
And the Colts will go for 2.
For Young so far today, they need to get back to the outside. This ball is blocked, and it will be taken in for a touchdown. DeMarco Jackson scoops it up and scores with the block punt and touchdown.
Just watch as he goes. No one blocks him, so he goes right to Johnny Hecker, and unfortunately Johnny Hecker is still down, but that is a big mental error by the Carolina Panthers. Great job, Nephi Sewell capitalizing on that, forcing the block, and then easy running for DeMarco Jackson on the touchdown.
With Browning and a lot of that stuff, and now he gets another no-huddle shot right here.
And that pass is intercepted off the deflection. The Colts are going to get a pick 6, Ronnie Harrison. "36-yard interception return for a touchdown." You want to talk 87, the tight end coming, just sit down. The ball's a little inside, and he almost just hands it.
Yeah, he
right
stops
to
it
him.
with
he
one
stops
hand.
the ball with one hand and just places it on a platter. And what a change. You know, you sit there. It was 3rd and long for the Colts. They were going to be out on 4th down, have to punt. Hendrickson got that penalty. It gave them a 1st down. They go down and score, and then boom.
The 45, Prescott in trouble. Cox lost the football. Jalen Carter, the rookie, has picked it up, and Carter will score. Game on. The veteran Fletcher Cox with a game-changing play.
Fletcher Cox, we talked about him earlier in the evening. He has been sensational. They're going back against Zach Martin, gets the ball out, and the big guy rumbles in, and now we have a game.
Levis from the end zone, four-man rush, ball throws right into traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Sealer with a pick six.
You see Chubb right here against Jalen Duncan, takes the inside pass rush. Sealer gets stuck at the line of scrimmage, and again, right place, right time. Just make the catch, big man. Just make the catch.
If you're Will Levis, you might not want to throw your body against the 300-pounder.
Listen, you throw the pick, you better go try to make sure that guy doesn't score. It looks to me like it's a screen pass, like one of those little middle screens.
A good idea based on the coverage that he saw where he wanted to go with the ball and got it out quickly.
No huddle here. Stick. Looking. Look out from behind. And the ball is out. It's going to be ruled. It's alive and going to the end zone right now for what is ruled a touchdown is John Jenkins.
Again, I think all the attention's on the other side with Max Crosby, but instead it's the effort of Kuntz. It's the effort of not giving up on that play, and he comes up with that big sack. You could see that Stick tries to avoid Crosby and doesn't even see Kuntz, who comes all the way around to knock that ball loose. And how about the big fella, Jenkins?
The second down and 13. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. Jack Jones. They do it again. I mean, there are bad dreams, and there are crazy bad dreams. And for the Chargers, it's been that kind of a night.
This is unbelievable. It's like he was in the huddle. Look at him jumping. He reacts quicker than anybody from the offense. It's like he knew that with that motion, this is the play they run to get it to 30, and he said, not on my watch. He just stepped right in front of it, one-hands it, and walks into the end zone.
Now the second receiver to Case Keenum's right.
Keenum looking for a big play. It's picked off. Intercepted. Elijah Molden. And it's going to be a pick six. In a defensive gem for Tennessee.
Well, watch Keenum at the top of his drop. He's looking to the right, and then it's almost as he just throws this blind. He doesn't see Singletary. It looks like he's expecting, and that's not Singletary, that's Ogunbowale. It looks like he's expecting him to break to the out.
Flacco on first down over the middle, and it's intercepted. Off the deflection, it's Tremaine Edmonds. Edmonds on the move. Flacco trying to make the stop. He can't do it, and Edmonds is in with a pick six.
Right over the ball to Tillman, and you're going to see the backers make this play all the way. Watch him. It's Edwards with the hit, Edmonds with the pick, and then he's gone down the sidelines. Flacco almost had him. Ford runs after him
from the 42. Let's see if one of these linebackers wants to stay with Kyler Murray to discourage him from running.
Murray, step, deliver. It's intercepted. San Francisco gets the pick. It's Ward, high kicking it all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Route is there. The ball's a little bit late, and Tarvarius Ward is not threatened by anyone on the outside, so he sees the play the entire way from back to front, able to see Murray's drop, where he stopped.
You know, they had cut him and then brought him back, and I asked him in our meeting, well, how you doing now? And he goes, I'm in a better spot right now, but it's amazing playing a little bit, making a few plays, what that could do for your confidence.
Mims took the ball out, dropped it, picked it up, and then dropped it again. And the Patriots recover for the touchdown.
You pick it up, all kinds of bad things are going on. We always say, don't make a bad play worse. You fumble it, just down it, and go from there. What a huge play
by the Patriots special teams.
Look at this. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by the Raiders. Do they have a touchdown with Nichols?
I think Pacheco is going to keep it, Mahomes thought. He was faking, and he goes, whoa, you're actually trying to give it to me? And the miscues continue. We showed it earlier, and what a huge play.
Wow, what an interesting turn of events here. A Raiders defense has scored 2 touchdowns.
Little chip shot kick.
Mahomes throws, and he's picked off. And this one's going back for a touchdown.
Antonio Pierce, the head coach, coached this guy in high school, at Long Beach Poly, and at Arizona State. And boy, what a great decision to bring him in.
You're not kidding. 2 touchdowns in 7 seconds.
Wow, and that's their 13th.
Second down and 20. That is picked off! Adoree Jackson changing this game. Hurts in pursuit. Will not get him. It's a pick 6. Adoree Jackson.
Dallas Goedert is going to slip, but I think Adoree Jackson plays this so well. I don't know why.
An interception by the defense returned for a touchdown. During the play, personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 1 of the passing team. New York has elected to enforce that penalty on the try. They will attempt a 2-point try from the 1-yard line.
They've been so close so many times today to making that big play to define the winning streak. They finally get it from Adoree Jackson, 76-yard pick 6. And you heard Ronald Torbert say they're going to enforce the penalty here on the try and go for 2.
Play action, fires, picked off at the 30-yard line. Ronnie Hickman. All the way. Touchdown. The Ohio State rookie with the pick and the score.
And the Jets are trying to get him the football. So Hickman knows he needs to cheat that way and read the eyes of the quarterback. Ball's going to come out fast because of Garrett. So a really good job of just using his instincts in a field. And the thing that really impresses me is when that ball is intercepted, you'd think the Jets would be in trouble offensively against this Browns defense, but maybe a low-scoring game. Browns offense continue to shine.
Well, play action, a little flip there, and then it's picked off. That's Jermaine Johnson is going to take it all the way to the end zone. So in dire need of something great to happen, the Jets get just that. Takes it to the end zone.
Watch him elevate, come down, and then get back up and knock that ball into the air. What an athletic play by Jermaine Johnson at 6'5", 265 pounds, and then the speed to run away from Njoku. So
one-on-one Wilson, miscommunication and a pick for Sidney Brown. And Sidney Brown's got room. Cuts it back inside the 40. Now he's upfield. He goes all the way for the Eagles touchdown. 98 yards.
He's doing post corner. Throws it downfield. Sidney Brown. Hey, watch all these Philadelphia Eagle defenders right now. Get out there with that motorcade for him. And here's a great move on Rondale Moore. Back inside. That was the one guy I thought was going to get Sidney Brown.
he is playing today because of injury. And Levis is hammered. The ball's out. Titans, Sheldon Rankins will get a Texan touchdown. Jerry Hughes knocked it loose from the Titans quarterback, and Rankins ran it in.
He just uses that speed, works all the way around. 14th year in the league. You see that little rip move. He's able to get around to Njoku, knock that ball out. Rankins able to pick it up, take it in for 6.
Nickel secondary, 3rd and 11. They need the 45. Zappi blitzes on, intercepted, picked off by Douglas. Breaking tackles, got a block, finds a gap. He is gone.
Side adjust. Watch the safety coming off the slot. So the receiver has to make an adjustment. Zappi throws the slant. That's the side adjust off a safety blitz from a protection standpoint. Douglas makes him pay for it with his second interception of the game.
What hands, wow.
You just want to play sound and with good technique.
On 3rd and goal, football comes loose. Kansas City has it with Edwards, and he's off and running. Edwards has a blocker, and he's going to take the ruck all the way back for a Kansas City touchdown. 97 yards.
Well, Omenahu is lined up here, and he just stays with it. This is a long developing play. Stick, he goes up inside, and then Omenahu gets the ball out, and then Edwards is in the perfect spot to pick it up and take it all the way to the house. They've only had 3 takeaways since the bye week, and that's exactly.
Flacco. Pressure comes, gets rid of it. It's picked off. Steven Nelson takes it away, and he's looking to go the other way. Nelson has a convoy down the sideline. Touchdown.
As good as he's played, he has thrown 8 interceptions in his 5 starts. They heat the pocket up a little bit. Derek Barnett, number 95, forced it, and Flacco just not able to get enough on that football to throw it away. Couple great blocks. Cashman with a huge block. Stingley with the block at the end.
They run it. Flacco dials it up. Picked off again. Christian Harris is going to go. Back-to-back pick sixes. Houston, you have no problem with this defense.
So here's Harris. His eyes are on the quarterback, and at the last minute, he breaks underneath in front of the intended target, Harrison Bryant.
Only has 1 catch on 4 targets. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage. Touchdown.
Brought out the best of Dak in the regular season, and that's the 2nd pick now, a pick 6 by Savage, and Dallas finds themselves